AIC Cheptebo Rural Development Center is a project of Africa Inland Church. So this is an idea of the church. In 1986, Africa Inland Church leadership thought it is good to start the church in the valley. But when they came down to the valley, they realized that the people were living in great poverty. And this one actually motivated the church that they need to start to empower the community, apart from preaching the good news. So this idea originated from the leaders of Africa Inland Church.
So, like when you talk of poverty, what extent are you talking about?
Thank you very much. When the people came here, the leaders came to the valley, they actually found people were not eating very well. The way of eating was not so good because they were dependent on maybe one crop. They didn't have any knowledge on agricultural skills. So that is why I say they were poor, because they were not even able to feed their own children. There was a lot of malnutrition among children. No, very few children were going to school as a result of poverty that was actually affecting them.
Okay, thank you. So since 1986 up to now, what are the great achievements that you have achieved as an organization?
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the leadership of AIC, because when they came with this novel idea, first the local community donated land, which I appreciate very much. They donated 50 acres piece of land to AIC. When the land was received, the challenge was personnel. But the leadership thought of requesting for a missionary from abroad to come and help in management of this project. So a missionary came through Africa Inland Mission by the name Bill Reid. Bill Reid came from Scotland, and he was willing to come and be the manager of this project. And I want to thank God for him, because when he came, he started by bringing the water from the hills through funding from Tiafan, that is an organization in UK. So we have a 4 kilometers pipeline of gravity water coming from the hills. So when the water was here, now Bill started now demonstrating a variety of agricultural activities. And so far as we talk now, I want to thank God that there is a significant impact in the community. What you see in the project here, in the project farm, is what is seen in the farm in the community. And that is the impact. That if you can now go to the community here, you see many women now selling fruits. And this is as a result of what they learned from here. And that is an impact that I want to really appreciate. If you go along from Kabarnet to Eldoret, you see women selling along the road. They have a lot of stalls selling pawpaws, selling mangoes. It is as a result of this center. So that is an impact that I want to say that this center has actually made.
In terms of market, is there any problem with market, or you have a way of collecting and selling to other places?
So far, yeah, that is a very good question. We realize that there is some problem of market. And what we are doing now is we are encouraging farmers to form a marketing group. Already there is a group that has been formed with assistance from SNV, a Netherlands organization, who have actually assisted the farmers to come together. We are in the process of actually finalizing that group, so that group will actually be trained on how they can market their products together, so that we can avoid these people who come, the middlemen who come and sell the brokers. So we are encouraging. We have not yet started already now. Farmers are still selling individually. But we, as a center, in partnership with the Minister of Agriculture, SNV, and other stakeholders, we want to encourage our farmers actually to form a marketing group.
So apart from the fruits that you have mentioned, what other activities do you have?
We have the fruit seedlings, that is the mangoes, we have the citrus, we have the pawpaws, and then we have the livestock. Livestock, Here in the Kerio Valley, we have local animals which can sell for 5,000, 10,000, Kenya shillings. Very small animals. But we thought of actually upgrading these animals. So the center initially brought bulls here to assist the community to upgrade their livestock. And that has actually worked very well. But now if you go to the local community, we have introduced Saiwal animals, which are very tall and hardy animals. And they can produce up to 16 liters of milk a day. And you can sell for over 50,000 Kenya shillings. So which is encouraging to the farmer. So that is what we do. We have actually introduced upgrading of animals like cows. We have also dairy goats, which we introduced in the year 2001. And we have about 15 groups in the community who are actually working together with us as far as dairy goats are concerned. If you look at what we have here, this is what we call the Eldoret Show. From His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable William Ruto. We got this one. We became the champions in the show. And we were able to teach a lot of farmers the importance of managing a dairy goat. Because a dairy goat is a small animal, doesn't eat a lot, can give you 2 liters or 3 liters or 4 liters a day. And it is actually easy to manage.
What mode of communication do you use to reach other people apart from those who are in church?
As a church, that is a very good question. As a church, we don't have a problem working with the community because first of all, people have actually appreciated what we are doing because the community donated land to the church, and because of faithfulness of the leadership here and the management, people have actually appreciated the way we have been transparent, the way we have actually faithfully managed the resources. And the same resources here have significantly benefited the community. So the community appreciates what the church is doing. Because the church is actually helping the government, the efforts of the government. The government, every government would like to ensure that its citizens are actually having food to eat. So we are actually trying to help the government so that we can help our people. But our primary objective as the church is we know that man shall not live by bread alone. That is what the Bible says. We will not just empower people only to get something for the stomach and never tell them about the spiritual part. So as a church, I think that is our primary objective. But we have worked with the people without a problem. We have now so many churches who have actually come up in the community. We don't say which denominations are you. We work with all the denominations in the community and tell them about the love of God. We have an extension officer. His name is Thomas Chikonga. He is the one we have actually employed so that he goes to the community to assist. And because we have also farmer groups in the community, we actually meet with the farmer groups, we train them in their farms, and then we also invite them here. They come to our demonstration farm and they learn practically what we do here. So that is how we actually communicate. Once in a while they come here, we also visit them and encourage the farmers.
How did you come to learn of this place?
I got information I learned from there were some teachers coming from Nandi, and then I met them one time. I was in town, they said they were coming to Cheptei. Then when we were having staff meeting in our school, I told them, now that way, we don't need to stay in school for just an year course. We need to go out. We need to go out and see what people have done. Then I suggested to them that should we go to Cheptei? Then they agreed with me. And then they say, let's now organize for it. But we came. It's now we are there.
Okay, so you are staff members.
Yes, we are staff members.
And you're also a farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a
So,
farmer.
I can say I'm a farmer because I live in a farm and I plant some maize, but not fruits like this one.
You don't have to.
I don't have fruits.
Yeah. What have you learned from the tree nursery, from the explanation you have gotten from these people?
From the tree nursery?
Yeah.
It's, what I've learned there is I've seen there is crafting. They specialize mostly in crafting because if you see these trees of mangoes, they crafted most of them. Yes.
You have gone to dairy section.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you learned from the dairy section?
I have learned a dairy coat. This dairy coat produces 2 liters of milk. And I've been told a liter of milk costs 100 shillings per liter. Yeah.
That's good money. Eh?
Yes, good
Yeah.
money. Yes.
In comparison with what you have in your farm, are you seeing this one is improved or what do you have in mind?
Absolutely. This is something that is improved. And what I've learned in this area is that you can utilize a small portion of land. And out of this small portion of land, you can produce a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can see we have gone round, we have seen the mangoes, we have seen different species of mangoes. We have been told we have 400 species of mangoes. And only a few of these plants have attracted my attention much. That is Tommy and Ken. And because if you see the sizes of the fruits themselves, it's so large. One can be shared among 4 people.
Who is actually funding this organization?
Initially, the funding came from churches from UK. That is where the first missionary came from. But in 1994, the project started in 1986. In 1994, the manager, that is the missionary, thought of sustainability. How are we going to sustain this under a venue? That is why an idea of starting conference facility came in. So that this conference facility can be used for training, at the same time generate income. And then we also change our perception so that as far as we demonstrate in the farm, we ensure that we generate income. Like the tree nursery you saw there. It generates income to pay all the staff who are working in the tree nursery. The staff who are working in the dairy get their salaries from the dairy. So as I talk now, we thank God that we are now self-sustaining. We pay all our salaries from what is generated here. And this one, it is very rare to find organizations in Africa of this nature with 30 members of staff paying their salaries from what is generated. This has really encouraged us because there is no external funding that comes. Even now for development that is we are doing, we use what we generate.
Our intention why we introduced the liaison system, there is high demand of eggs. First and foremost, within the project, within our conference center, we always use a lot of money to buy in eggs from somewhere. But we as a Cheptegei farm, our intention is that we want to produce also. Our intention is we want to get something so that we can maintain ourselves, we can maintain also the activities which are run within the poultry house. So we need to have something in so that we can address the issues of development.
Other funding that we get is we write proposals together with the community. Recently we got some funding from Kinjama Marufuku, Kenya. It's called NMK. They gave us 1.6 million to start the tissue culture banana project on behalf of the community. So we write proposals to different people, so that we can get some new projects coming in. But as far as sustaining the organization will depend on what we generate ourselves,
Okay.
which is very encouraging.
What are the challenges that you face as an organization?
The challenges that we face as an organization is one challenge is personnel. Getting the right people for the right job is a challenge, because we need people who are faithful, people who are going to actually demonstrate the love of Christ to the community in their lives. And to get those people is not always easy, because we live in a nation where many people are corrupt in the mind, and that is a big challenge. It is a big challenge for us. But we thank God that God has always provided faithful members of staff to work with us. But sometimes even we interview 2 or 3 times, 4 times to get the right person. It is not easy. It is not easy to get. So personnel is a big challenge. Another challenge that we have is in the community. Sometimes some people are not ready to actually practice what they learn. So that is another challenge, that you find some people, even after training, some are still slow. We find that one as a challenge, because changing development actually takes some time. You cannot change the whole community. We see it as a challenge, because you use resources, and then people are not changing very easily. And then another challenge is water. That has actually forced us to dig a borehole last year now here, because people are actually encroaching at the escarpment, and that is a big challenge. Because up in the escarpment, people are encroaching in the name of it was their family land. So people are encroaching to the water index, and they start actually destroying the environment, so that the water that was supposed to be coming down here is getting dry and dry. I think that is a challenge not for Cheptebo only, but for all of this community. Unless we do something together with all the stakeholders, the government, other stakeholders in development, to ensure that we actually educate people on the importance of environment, I think that is going to be a big problem.
Which is the main source of income for this? Is it the guest house or the farm?
Oh, that is a very good question. Currently, it is the conference facility. It's the main source of income, followed by the tree nursery. The tree nursery is also a big source of income. You realize, you saw we are targeting over 100,000 mango, crafted mango seedlings. If you sell 100,000 mango seedlings times 100 shillings that we sell, that is about 12 million. No, that is 10 million, over 10 million. So you can see that is a very good income generating. Yeah, that is a very good income generating. And at the same time, we have assisted the community. So that is how we generate. And then now the dairy, we need to expand. Very soon we are going to bring in pure freshen, and put in zero grazing, so that we can target 30, 40, 50 liters a day. From one cow.
The future plan.
That is the future plan.
That you have. In your conference house, how many guests do you have every?
We can accommodate up to 100 guests that can actually be accommodated in the conference facility. Those who can actually sleep. So let me say we have 100 beds, and the same is used by the church. It is used by the farmers, it is used by NGOs, it is used by the government, it is used by institutions. So it is a facility which is really helping our people so much, and we really thank God. And our prices are also affordable.
When you say affordable, what do you mean?
when I say we are affordable,
Yeah.
you can imagine our prices now. Full pot is 1,900. The reason is because we actually generate, we get most of our food from the farm. So we didn't want to raise the price so high. So full board is 1,900. You get breakfast, you get lunch, you get supper, and you get bed. But if you go to Eldoret, you will not get that price. It is a bit high. You can see hotels are 4,000, 5,000. So we are affordable. You know, somebody from the church can manage, the NGO can manage, the government can also save some money to train more groups. Yeah.
So I've talked with one of the farmer who had visited your guest house and
Yes.
to the farm, and you were seeing like you're using a small space to get a higher honey. What advice would you give to our farmers watching this program on what they should do so that we can come up with something that is innovative and at the end of the day is having something?
Okay, thank you very much. It is possible. I want to tell our farmers that it is actually possible. Here in Chepteba, we are in a semi-arid area. It is unbelievable. Semi-arid area has been neglected. And if you can come to Chepteba now and see, you will not believe that this is semi-arid area. So God has a plan for every community. So I want to advise our farmers that God has given us the resources and we need to use these resources, that is the land. Use the right skills that are actually required, manage well, and you are going to get your income back. Because you see our nursery, the space that we are utilizing, very small space, but it is producing a lot of income.
Yeah.
It is because of that management. If you can go to our greenhouse of 6 meters by 10, gives us an income of 75,000 just per season. If our young people in the community, instead of playing around and staying idle, if they can actually have a small greenhouse of 6 meters by 10, they can go to West loan and get an initial capital of 50,000, build a greenhouse of 6 meters by 10, and then they are going to get their first income of 75,000, which means it's going to offset all the loan with a profit of 25,000. And then now the second season, everything will be theirs. So it is actually possible. God has given us the knowledge. We need to really use this knowledge. And we need to use our hands. We discourage idleness. If we need Kenya to actually go, to produce the double digits that our Jubilee government is telling us, people has to work. They have to work.